Do?
I do.
After Pavarotti at Sydney and Milwaukee?
He gonna do his thing now.
Really?
Pavarotti sing. That's what he does. Yeah.
But this is a home sing. You know, like this isn't in Sydney, right?
Skip, a Robin doesn't sing because he thinks someone's listening. He sings because he sings. Kawhi doesn't do what he does.
Thought of that.
Yeah, he just do what he do to Robin sing.
I think he's singing to his sweetheart.
Nah.
I think he's got a sweetheart.
Booed up. The Robin got a boot thing.
All Robins are booed up.
Oh,
That's what they do.
Always.
Yeah.
Look, this team won 60 games in the regular season. Now, the supporting cast hadn't been good outside of basically the first 3 games. The supporting cast was good because Giannis scored 12 points in game 3 and it took the double overtime for Toronto to win. But the last 2 games, his supporting cast hadn't been very good. Skip, Middleton had 30 points in game 4, but it really was a blowout. He's averaging 9.5. Middleton was an all-star. He's averaging less than 10 points a game in his last 4 games. I mean, the other 4 games they played. Do you believe Van Fleet can keep this up? Skip, he's 10 of 12 over his last 2 games from 3. In the previous 15 games, he was 8 of 41. So can he keep this hot hand? Because this is beyond, the last 2 games is beyond Steph Curry. And we saw Steph Curry do some amazing things in
I don't know if it's beyond, but it's in the ballpark.
Skip, 7 or 9?
Yeah, I got it.
I mean,
I've seen Steph do that too.
Oh, well, I've seen Steph hit 10, 11, 12, but he normally takes more than that. I mean, every shot that he needed, he made. I expect Kawhi to do what Kawhi does. I keep telling you this. I told you this from the jump. We had this conversation. I said, Kawhi.
Did you say he's going to keep disappearing in the fourth quarter? Because he's had a long history of that even in these playoffs. But keep going.
Skip, why you keep... Skip.
You're trying to say I told you so, and I'm saying, no, I told you so.
First of all, I'm going to pull the emergency brake because you're driving this bus down this narrative that's untrue. Now, you keep talking about Kawhi didn't score.
Untrue.
Yes.
I've detailed all of it for you.
Okay, in the last 5 minutes, Kawhi was 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 1 offensively, was huge, remember?
Off his own missed 3.
And Giannis was nailed to the floor. He got it back, got the ball back. And he had 2 assists that were 3.
Yeah.
So you made it seem like the man was just standing around out there looking.
0 for 4. 0 for 4 in the last 8 minutes. He didn't score a single basket.
No.
Interesting.
Don't do that, Skip. So it's 5 or 6. Do you get points for making free throws?
Yeah, you get those points.
So
but he could have made the dagger with 35 seconds left, and he almost shot an air ball. You like that?
No.
Is that MJ-esque? I think not.
I like what I'm seeing from Kawhi. I expect him to continue this. I told you from the jump. The better player of the 2 is Kawhi. But I believe that the Bucks had the more consistent of the role players. But I've been proven wrong because over the last couple of games, Toronto role players have stepped up more than the Bucks role players.
So you're predicting of the Bucks to win Game 6 indicates to me that you don't have both feet on that number 2 bandwagon. I don't know about that, because if you really thought this was Pavarotti going back home, you'd just say, oh, he slams the door shut. That's what you would say. If you think he's the best player in the playoffs, you'd say, this is it, he's got this. This is a reeling Bucks team. They have lost 3 straight for the first time all year. They're Greek Freak. Their MVP favorite, he deserves to be the MVP favorite, and his numbers through the regular season, as I told you before the series started, in every category they were better than number 2s, every category across the board. But now in the last 3 games, they have figured something out that they just say, come in here and try to drive through this brick wall, right?
Yes.
They are just collapsing into the lane and saying, you can't come here, because what does he do the best? He swoops to the hoop, right? When he swoops, if you give him swooping lane...
He landed up or he dunking it.
Yeah, because it'll happen quick. You'll get it right between the eyes before you can even turn around. He will have dunked it with the left hand or the right hand, right?
Yes.
Well, they have taken that away. And now he's degenerating into these awkward, forced... high turnover, high miss kind of shots where it just looks awkward.
Number 2 will do that to you.
Yeah. I think it's way more than number 2.
Number 2 will do that
I think it's Siakam and Gasol and Ibaka who are also doing that.
Even when number 2 has him head up, look at what he shoot when Kawhi got him one-on-one.
Okay. Then why don't you pick Toronto at home?
Because Middleton is due a game.
Oh.
He's due one, Skip.
Okay.
When is he going to have his Van Fleet moment in a crucial moment?
Well, this is crucial.
Okay, then.
And what do they say about supporting casts and role players? They do not play well on the road. They're much better at home. So wait, you're going with the supporting cast on the road?
Well, tell Fred that. Fred didn't know. Were they home last night? Because Van Vliet hit 21, 7 threes, 21 points.
All right, to your point, I believe the pressure will now flip completely around onto the home team and the home supporting cast. The pressure is now on number 2 and company to close this out at home, and I think they will spit the bit because this will be the game when number 2 turns back into that high-volume, high-miss shooter. I think he does have a new fearlessness. I think he will take the shots.
Yes.
I don't think he will make the shots. I think we'll see another Game 7 at home versus Philly. And remember what happened? He made 16 shots, but he took 39, so he missed 23 shots. I think this is going to be a high miss game for number 2. So the onus will fall even more onto the shoulders of supporting cast. And I believe Van Vliet will not make anywhere close to 7 threes. And I believe that—
They better hope not.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that they'll try to make them, but that when number 2 passes out of the lane, they're not going to convert all 9 of his passes into made 3-point shots. I'll bet he'll pass out 10 times and they will make 2 of them because the pressure will be on everybody at home. They have not been here and done this except for number 2. He's the guy with all the big game experience. But I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to stand by it, especially for Saturday night's game. He's not that guy. He's not that mentally or physically tough.
Yes, he is.
He is not. He is supremely gifted. I've said that from the start. And the irony of this conversation is, for years, the first 2 years on this show, at least let's do the first year, because the second year didn't really count with him. But I used to argue to him through the playoffs going back 2 years ago, best two-way player on the planet.
He was.
And you fought me. You fought me.
No, I said he still. No. I didn't
yes, you fought me. You laughed at me.
I fought you and laughed at you when you said he was better than LeBron.
No, I just said he's the best two-way player. And then everybody was saying that. Reggie Miller said it on TNT. Then Steve Kerr said it.
Yes.
And I kept saying, I said, he's the best two-way player on the planet. Till he quit on my Spurs. Then he showed you what he's not made of.
But let me, so make sure.
He is what he is not.
So because he quit, he's no longer the best two-way player.
Okay, well, now we got a legacy moment, right?
Yeah.
Last night was in effect, but now it sets up the real legacy moment. This is called a closeout game at home. It's not a closeout on the road. It's at home. Drake is going to be in all his glory on the sideline.
Well, he may not have on a Toronto jersey.
Okay.
Because if he put a jersey on, it's good night. You're going back to Milwaukee for Game 7.
Well, he's been able to get away with that so far.
He won no jersey yet.
I don't think he has. I think he's done that on purpose.
No.
Well, he's smart enough not to wear the jersey.
Yeah.
Although now he might be so full of himself that he might just say, I'm going to do it.
But they'll run him out of Toronto.
You think so?
If he shows up, Game 6 with a Toronto jersey on, I guarantee you, by the middle of the third quarter, he'll be on that plane up out of there.
Okay. So I believe the Bucks will go in there with a whole different mentality. I think they will play looser than they did because, remember, the pressure was all on them last night at home. They will play madder than they did last night because they did not play mad. They didn't play urgent basketball. What did they have last night in the first half? They had a 14-point lead. Am I right?
Yeah.
14-point lead, and they squandered it away because they didn't have enough urgency and mental toughness to say, step on their throat. Am I right?
No, they didn't, Skip, but I thought Budenholzer, why would you make the switch to Brogdon? Brogdon is one of your guys off the bench. Leave him in that role. Let him come off the bench.
Okay, maybe he'll go back to that.
He and George Hill.
And I'm going to give you this. Budenholzer is a little better strategist than Nick Nurse is to me. Nick Nurse is more of a roll the ball out there and let's just go with it, guys.
Okay.
He's more of a cheerleader type coach, a back slapper. I'm not saying he's like Coach Clapp, Jason Garrett. He's got a little more strength.
Well, he got his shoulders rubbed by Drake, so you might be right.
Relax.
All right. But Budenholzer has high coaching IQ. And I think he'll come up with a couple of nuances, a couple of changes. And mainly, I think Toronto will beat itself tomorrow night because I think they will start to feel the tightness in their throat.
Well, Budenholzer should tell them to take the lid off the basket so his guys can hit some open shots.
Well,
because that's what they're not doing. And if they don't hit any shots.
Maybe they'll play a little looser this time.
Because if they don't hit any shots, they're going to keep that forward up into the paint. And Giannis can't get there.
And their other calling card all through the regular season was they played football, basketball. They are a physically tough defensive team. They were the best defensive team in basketball. I have not seen that much physical toughness, especially last night. I think they go in there and try to muck it up and out-physical Toronto. And I think you're going to see the effects on Toronto. Toronto is going to get worn down in the fourth quarter. I still think it'll be a very close game. It will be just like Game 7 against Philly. But this time, number 2 will not hit the luckiest shot in the history of basketball.
Oh, that shot.
Yeah, that shot. He may take that shot, but this time it will hop all around the rim and it will hop off, just the way you'll be ready to hop off his bandwagon.
No, I'm not hopping
You're
off.
on.
Because he's still.
I think you're kind of hopping off right now.
Oh, he's the best. He's the best player. I got
How
the
can you
Bucks
pick
winning.
against Pavarotti? Seriously, how can you? I don't get it.
I mean, Placido Domingo's song classical too, right?
Okay, so?
Yeah.
So what? Who's Placido?
You know who he is.
Giannis?
Stuff over there.
Yeah.
The three tenors. Don't you have that cassette with the three tenors?
I'm not into that. I don't like that. You can have country, you can have classical.
No. Yeah. Give me classical over country.
Okay.
Oh, country? Okay, well, enough music talk for now. We're going to talk about Klay Thompson. Did he get snubbed by the All-NBA voters? We'll discuss what went down next.
And I won't back down.